Hi, this is Michael Munshaw, sketch card artist on Marvel Masterpieces and Marvel Premiere. I realize 2020 has been an awful year for all of us, but please remember this holiday season, the things that matter most to us: our faith, our family, our friends, and our Marvel card collections. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everyone.
You know, if I'd planned this out better, Norrin, I would have a crackling log fire behind...
A crackling log?
Crackling log fire, because this will be our final episode of the year.
I think it'd be cozy.
And it will release a week before Christmas Eve. So as people are listening to this in their homes, in their cars, in their shopping trolleys, because 2020 has kind of forced them to that point, he says darkly. Wow, I went dark already, and I haven't even done the intro.
I know, and I'm doing like awesome sounds over here, and you're not acknowledging me.
No, I was acknowledging them, but I wasn't sure if you.
No, I mean you weren't really into it. I could tell you were like.
No, I wasn't sure. I kind of listen. I never know if it's sound effects or seizure. I kind of.
Okay, you know what? I don't need this. All right, I got other things to do.
I suppose I better say the stuff. Let's say the stuff. Hello, everybody.
Let's say it.
My name is Santa Taylor, and welcome to the Marvel Cards Christmas podcast, brought to you by the Marvel Cards Fan Collective, an awesome community of card elves and creators. You can find our two groups in the North Pole, either that or Facebook, details of which are at the end of this episode, so come check us out. With me, as always, is my reindeer in all things Marvel Cards. You'll be glad to unwrap him at Christmas, but you'll need a bloody big tree to stash him under. It's Norrin Rad.
I like it. Yes. Oh, Christmas.
Oh, Christmas.
I'm so excited.
Christmas.
I'm excited.
You know what Christmas is? Christmas is often this, but this year, I think especially, a pressure release valve.
Yes, it is almost freaking over.
Of biblical proportion. And let's not pretend that 2021 is necessarily going to be all back to normal out the gate, but I mean,
there's a morale thing, though. I think
so.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because you hear about that with New Year's. Like, I've never experienced it where you're like, oh, thank God this year's over, because I think I'm so awesome. But like, I feel like this year, I'm just kidding. This year is definitely one of those years where I'm like, thank God this thing is going to die. Like, that's what I'm very happy about.
Yeah.
Moving on, moving out.
Yeah.
Harry met Sally, rushing into your arms and kissing you in England. Like, that's what I'm imagining 2021 as. Don't feel uncomfortable yet.
No, I'm sorry.
You're changing colors.
No, I paused because I was visualizing that moment, and it was making
It's a pretty movie.
I was having a flush, and I do so at my age because I've had to change.
Change.
I'm going through the menopause.
Menopause.
Can I just say to everyone listening, you made it. You're almost there. You've got 2 weeks from when this episode drops, and the calendar changes. So, achievement unlocked, my friends. We have made it through.
We are here.
20. So can I kind of my rough idea for this episode was we would talk about the sets that came out in 2020.
Love it.
Which I thought would be fun, and whether we had them in hand or not, and what we kind of thought of them and how we saw them being received, and pros, cons, etc. But before I do that, I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about, as much as you're willing to, I want to talk about kind of how our podcast year and thoughts on our podcast year, because I'm just musing really out loud. It would have to be out loud because otherwise people wouldn't have a very good episode.
Yeah, the show would be useless at that point.
It'd be dead in the water. I'd like to think, however, that 2020 hasn't been dead in the water, and that in a bizarre way, I think lockdown, because it was different obviously for you and it was different for us, and I think you were still working through a lot of it remotely, of course. I was actually furloughed, so I kind of had 6 months of the year where I wasn't working, and personally, I was putting a lot of that energy into what we're doing here. I think you were putting a lot of creative energy into that as well, and obviously we've had some amazing time with and without guests.
100%. Yeah. I mean, it's been phenomenal. I mean, as horrible as 2020 has been with COVID and, the hardships and a lot of things happening around the world right now, ironically enough, for cards, things were going super well. I mean, I think you and I had some time to develop the podcast. I think it's developed way beyond our expectation. And, we've kind of hit a lot of different milestones in the show. As crazy as it is to think back,
we've got stickers.
You got stickers. When did you get stickers?
I got stickers made. I told you this.
Oh, right.
They arrived after I sent you the other stash.
Oh, you did. You did.
Yes.
Those are nice size stickers too.
They are nice size stickers. So I've been sending these along with a coaster and a pin badge.
I started doing that too.
Yeah. To everyone I do a trade with, or everyone I'm sending stuff to.
You trade with a lot of people because people have been posting
in the last couple of months. Yeah, I've done a lot. Well, I've sold quite a few things in the last couple of months as well. But so much so that I'm almost out of, I think I've only got about 10 coasters left, and pin badges are getting quite low. But yeah, so we haven't been selling any merch, but we've started dabbling with it.
I know. I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. And it looks good too.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It looks great.
It's a nice little touch to send to people,
I think so. I think you're absolutely right. Yeah. I'm enjoying it. It's been really nice.
And yeah, I was actually, before going from the merch, we did do a test run of 10 acrylic badges. And so they were done in an extremely limited quantity. The first batch, do you remember this? The first batch came out really badly, and I had to complain. And then they remade them. So the second lot were really nice. So I've got 2 batches of 10 acrylic badges, and I'm never going to make them again because I don't actually think that they're quite what I think the pin badges are nicer, but those are super limited edition. So at some point after Christmas, possibly, I don't know, at some point, we might do a little, give some of them away. I think
I can see that.
Extremely limited edition.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't give them away. We charge crazy amounts of money for them. Let's not get crazy.
Yeah,
we can $200-300 pop just for one.
Yeah, no, I was
hand numbered signatures.
I was thinking the damaged ones. We could do it at $50 each, and then the pristine ones $200.
You get it
for those. Yeah,
there we go.
And there'll even be some. We'll wire up the envelope so that when you get it, it flashes red as if to imitate the e-packs.
Love that little electronics in there. Yeah, but we'd have to charge extra.
Yeah, the electronics will charge $75. That's what I'm saying. It'll cost you $75. That's why we're charging $200.
Hold on, let me write this down.
Yeah,
make sure I got all the numbers. 50, 75, wired, red flasher.
Lovely.
$200-300.
Add on another 10 for a little set of speakers so it makes that noise you get with the red flasher. Yeah.
What is the noise? I always have mine on mute.
Oh, it's kind of goes dee 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 like this.
I'm going to say
I only know that
forever.
I only know that because I've seen other people's videos because I don't have the sound switched on either.
I don't have the red flasher sound thing. Yeah.
I don't have any of the sounds. You can't choose to have one sound on and one sound off. You either have sound on or sound off. And that's still the case with the new e-packs. So, I
put it in my voicemail.
It's either
I hope people call me.
Or off. Or on or off. Anyway. But yeah, listen. People listening to this would have heard Greg Hildebrand on last week's episode.
Oh God!
I mean, I
wasn't sure if this was
last year. No, this will be episode 76. Right. So this will drop on the 17th of December. So
I was holding back. I was like, do I say anything? I said milestones, trying to keep it cool. But Greg mother flipping Hildebrand.
Mm-hmm. What a sweet, sweet man.
He was the best. He was so much fun. He tripped me out. He was really, really funny. What a wild guy.
His James Mason impression. I'll never forget.
I love that. That was awesome.
My dying day. That was just the most bizarrely unique experience I've ever had.
And well done.
Yes.
is the weird part.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Greg and Jean, his wife and manager and agent, and his everything from what I can gather based on the way he speaks about it. Thank you both for sorting that out and making that happen. And
thank you so much.
It's just, the interesting thing, Greg has started to do some live stuff where he Q's and A's with one of the other artists who works with them on the Spiderweb art brand, Keith Garlitz, I think his name is, on Greg's Facebook page, and they've done 2 or 3 right now. So if you want more of Greg, you want to hear more I was watching one the other day. I think it was live on Thursday as we record. So I watched it on the playback on Friday, and it was fascinating. There was an hour of just
that sounds exciting. I gotta see that.
It was really good, but the amazing thing was Greg was showing a picture of a portrait that he'd done of a woman that he'd done when he was age 12, and it was like, what? You were 12 years old when you did that? But there's a really good story behind how he came to own that again, because it was obviously lost.
Oh, wow.
So you need to go and watch that on his
That's fascinating.
On his feed. I won't spoil it for those who want to go and do it. So.
I was hiding floppy disk at 12.
Is that a euphemism?
Can be.
It reminds me of the song from there's a Prince song from the Bat Dance from the Batman soundtrack where it goes, "Hey Jackie, let me stick this 7-inch in your computer." And that is actually the line. And this is 1989, so of course floppy disks were all the rage. Anyway, I'm sorry that really lowered the tone.
I didn't know that. It's a great line.
It is a great line.
It's a terrible line, but it's a great line.
It is a great line. It's Prince. Yeah. Every line's a good line.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's fair. I just remember "Kiss from a Rose" from Seal. Like when I think Batman.
I've never done my Seal impression on this podcast, have I?
Oh, you have a Seal impression.
I do have a Seal impression. There's actions that go with it as well. I'll have to move the mic away from my mouth to do it, though. Are you ready? You're just checking that your pet's not going to be upset. Yeah. Did you just ask your wife to come in and hear my Seal impression?
No. She was making coffee. She didn't want to be too loud. Okay. I was trying to do it in this cool way. Yeah. But you outed me. So there. So let's get the Seal impression going. Okay.
I'm going to move that up there so it's a bit faint. There you go. There was even clapping of hands. You want to throw me a fish now, don't you, big boy? Come on.
Obviously. How could I not? After that brilliant impression of Seal.
Not that Seal.
No, I know that, right? I got that now.
Let's not
That's
get
crazy. How could you get so misunderstood?
Get it? We did the same joke.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's get this show back on the road. So 2020.
2020.
And obviously, so podcast wise, I can confidently say this will be our last episode of 2020. Our first episode back in January is absolutely legendary. And I say that with every top kind of person that we guest on the podcast, but this one is of giddy orbit, shall we say? And I'm just amazed that we had the opportunity to talk to this person. So you got that to look forward to, kids.
It's going to be crazy. It's a deep cut for sure. It's definitely a deep cut.
Yeah.
But it's like a momentous deep cut. Like this is next level type stuff. I mean, everyone's been next level, but this gets crazier and crazier. Yeah, it's just getting nuttier and nuttier.
Alexa,
it's pretty intense.
Shush. Right, hang on a sec. Sorry, Alexa.
She's always getting between us, Ian. Can you shut that up? Come on, man. It's between you and me, and then Alexa comes in, and then, who's Norrin? I don't care anymore who Norrin is.
Well, my wife has started referring to you as Lauren.
Lauren?
Yeah, the reason being is my daughter, when when she came up once,
Yeah.
she said hello to you before we started recording.
Yeah.
She went
So
downstairs
cute.
and she said, "Mummy, I've just spoken to Lauren."
Aww. She can call me Lauren any day of the week.
Good.
She is a rock star.
Good.
That's
There
so
we
sweet.
go. There we go.
Emily refers to you as my second husband.
No, that's quite all right. That's quite all right. Oh, by the way, my I was I was opening my daily free card e-pack thing, and my daughter has gotten into it with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she just likes pushing the because I always do the Doctor Strange one, and so I get it on screen and I say it's ready. She comes over and she likes to push his Doctor Strange's face on the wrapper, on the pretend wrapper on the screen, and then she just likes turning the card over and over and over and over like this. And she goes, "Can we do it again?" I'm like, "No, we only get one a day." But the first time she saw it, she goes, "That looks like a fun toy to play with."
That's hilarious.
And I was like, "Yeah, expensive too."
Expensive.
that's why Daddy's been on bread and water for the last half of 2020 because Daddy spent too much money on e-packs last year and the year before. Anyway, so 2020.
2020.
I've no idea who's going to be opening this episode because I was going to ask someone to do a seasonal intro for us.
I love it.
I've yet to do so. So our listeners would have heard it. Whoever's at the front of this episode, I have no idea. So I can't talk about them. I can't pimp where they are. But if you go to Instagram and type in the name of that person, you will find them. That's all I can say. We'll obviously put links in the show notes. So whoever you were, thank you.
I love how generic it is because we can just copy and paste this from now.
We can. Yeah.
Did you enjoy who you just heard introducing our show? Well, that person.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm sat down.
No.
That's what I'm going to say.
Good.
Yeah. It's good.
You seem like you're ready for anything.
I am always, dear. Always. I was going to say, what else was I going to say? You know what? I think I've said all I was going to say about 2020, apart from the sets that came out in 2020. So let's talk about the sets that came out in 2020. So I did a list and I popped it on MCCW and I asked for people what their thoughts were on the sets. And I did it not yesterday, day before, I think maybe. Anyway, it's been up about 48 hours. I even pinned it to the top of the group. And
animal.
I had barely any response.
Did you really?
Yes.
I didn't even see it.
There was only 9 comments, and some of them were me replying to people who'd posted. So I don't know, really. I'm not sure what the collective community feedback is, but I did a list. So by my reckoning, so this was products that came out in 2020, like their first release. So not products that might have come out physical in 2019 and then hit e-packs in 2020. Mm-hmm. This is products that debuted on whatever format they were released in 2020. So without further ado, I make the list to be Marvel 80th, which was an e-pack exclusive.
Wait, are these ranked? Or are you just telling me?
No, this is in order. This is in order.
Okay,
in order. They came out. I think it's in order when they came out. I might be wrong. Marvel Weekly, of course, 2020.
Right.
Marvel Avengers and Captain Marvel.
Yes.
The Punisher Season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Marvel Cyber.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. Marvel Masterpieces 2020.
Exciting.
Marvel Anime.
Fun.
Marvel Annual 19 what? 2019.
Sketch booklets.
20.
Nice sketch booklets.
Yeah. And Very Marvel's cool. Runaways finally made
which took my heart away. Some really good sketches in there.
There are. I mean, it is just autos and sketches. So they've just released the top end stuff rather than go to a production of a set. I
agree.
Which is quite a nice. Yeah, I kind of like
change
because you know what, they didn't go bonkers with the price point, so
Agreed.
It's an affordable hit product.
Yep. You can dive in without feeling like you were taken for a ride.
I didn't have a clue who any of the autograph signers were, so I had 2 goes and I got 2 autos, and I managed to trade them pretty quickly. Because it was
there achievements on that? Somebody
Yeah,
go
there
for
were. So
achievements?
that's why I went to trade
Yeah,
that pretty
good.
quick. And I got some decent relic stuff from MCU sets, which I was after. So, happy with that. It's kind of Runaways. That's kind of all I've got to say. Weirdly, we're starting at the end because we finished at that list. But Marvel's Runaways, I mean, I think it was my personal feeling on it is I get why they might have released it, and I'm speculating now, but my perception is because obviously that show's been cancelled and 2020 there's been enough effort just to get the other product out. I would expect they probably like, you know what, we've already got the sketches, we've already got the signs, the card signers. That was in, that was probably came in last year from what I can gather from some of the artists. I think a lot of them did their sketches for this in 2019, like over a year before the release. So
Wouldn't doubt it.
And it's been, we've known it was coming because, we'd heard wind of it from various spectral channels, I'd like to call it.
Spectral channels. Okay.
But, it finally released, and they obviously just released the cream off the top. And for that price point, can't knock it.
Can't be that.
Because people are pulling Art of Effects sketches.
Ah, man. He killed it again.
Sketches. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that was his first Marvel set. I think. Because he did them last year. That's what I'm saying. We know him because he was in.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
So I think that was the first one he worked on. If I remember reading one of his comments on
you might be right. You might be right.
But $29.99 for one card.
You can't beat that. That's nice.
Pack. And it's guaranteed to be a hit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, more of that, please.
Yes, I like it. I might open one after the show.
I don't,
Is it
I
still
don't
up there?
really
Is it sold out?
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't really want to stodge up my my e-packs with loads of digital cards sometimes. Sometimes I just want to buy a pack and know I'm going to get a hit.
I like the hit pack thing. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's not, and I think it's maybe it was something that was trialed. Maybe it was just, like I said, a product of its circumstances, in that they decided not to go to production on the full set for whatever reason, and so just offloaded what they had. Hats off to them.
Okay,
I like it.
Hats off. Yeah.
I'm going to jump back to the start of the year now. Marvel 80th, e-pack exclusive, so it never got a physical release. Well, you know my feelings on Marvel 80th. I went all in.
Yeah, you went hard. Well, I mean, there's some really great things in there, man.
And
that was the last set you went hard on.
It was the last set I went bonkers on. Before reality bit. But I went for, and I'm still working on the comic cuts. I think there were 55 of them, and I'm up to about 32 maybe.
They're great, man. Those are great.
Still doing those. The signed comic cuts I bailed on because it was just,
those are tough though, man. Like, what were we supposed to do with that?
I know.
Like those are way too tough, man.
I might circle back and pick some up, later, but it's the first set I've ever gone in and actually managed to achieve all the levels of achievement. I mean, I didn't get one of the comic art pages, but I got all the 6 cards that spelled out Marvel,
yeah. And those are great too, man. You can't beat that.
They're all sat in my transfer cart waiting for there to be some realistic opportunity that they might ship at some time before I'm 50. So possibly, you never know. I'm 47 now, which will just give you
well, when we raid the place, we'll go ahead and just pick your packages up for you.
I think we need to.
Yeah.
I've got over 2,000 cards. Over 2,000.
Yeah, see, you'll be in the van with us. We'll knock it over. We got this.
I know. Well, they weigh a ton, those things.
Can you pick them up in person?
No, I don't believe you can.
See, they need to do that because I can go pick up all of our stuff.
Well, you assume it's at that warehouse there near you. It might be in the Washington one.
That's fair.
I did just see your cat walk behind you.
I'm so sorry.
That's quite all right. I don't mind. I like seeing your pussy.
You're welcome.
Yes, I did just say that out loud. Anyway,
now I have to mute that. You know that, right?
We're frisky. We're frisky this episode, which is good.
Wait, what?
We both need a giggle.
What's a wet?
No,
what?
I said we're frisky. Frisky, dear. Frisky.
Frisky. I thought you said wet frisbee. And I was like, that's not it. That's not a thing.
Can wet frisbee be our title for this episode?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Done. Wet frisbee. Oh, that sounds so dirty. I'm
wet
into
frisbee,
it.
review of 2020.
Oh my God, I love it. Did we
People are
just
gonna
make
be
up a
like-
really cool thing? I think
Yeah,
we
but
just made up a really cool thing.
but people are going to look at that on their iPhones and go, "What?"
Yeah, but they'll be into it.
They're going to give
Right.
you that kind of sideways dog face.
Yeah, but then they'll have to listen
Yeah, I suppose.
because they'll be like, wait, these guys are onto something. They
We
came
are-
up with what Frisbee.
Wet Frisbee. I don't think Wet Frisbee's a new, a new thing.
I'm writing it down.
What's
Wet
happening
Frisbee.
right now? What's happening right now?
I love it.
My
oh my
goodness
God.
me, Wet Frisbee. It does sound like
you
the
think-
name of a yacht rock.
Or
group.
like a slam
Late
poetry
70s.
festival.
Yes.
Like Wet Frisbee.
Yes,
That's a good
yes.
one.
That could be
Right.
good. That could work.
Yeah.
So Marvel ATF. I enjoyed it. It was a huge set. I
That's
didn't
what
see
she
the
said.
point of
Yeah.
having a base card that you couldn't actually get physically.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
It's just frustrating. So basically, you can they show you base cards and that you combine it for a parallel of the base card. And if it wasn't a set that was released physically, why do that? I get it if you're going to split the product, physical and EPAC
or whatever,
as they'd been doing for a few products like Marvel.
Flair did that where
Flair
you would
did that,
get like
yeah.
a different physical parallel set when you combine 5 digital cards of the same card.
Yeah,
Right?
But
Is
at
that
least, at least the physical version of that digital card
Correct.
you could get from the packs. With Marvel
Yeah.
ATF, you couldn't.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just, would I want 200 of those as well as the 200 that I ended up, I don't know, because that all of a sudden the set gets a bit big. So maybe I'm wishing for something that I'll regret wishing for. But it is, it's just weird. But that aside, I dug it as a set. I thought it was really good. I thought the 9-page kind of story event pages, like the one for Secret Wars and the one for House of M, those 9-page. You're looking at me blankly, aren't you?
No, I'm listening to you. Sorry.
What's your cat doing? Oh, okay. What's she destroying?
She's in some wrapping paper.
She's in something. Yeah, I could see she was in something. I just couldn't say because the sun's on her.
I know.
She's following the sun around. That's what she's doing. That's what cats do.
She's such a massive cat. I don't know why she's such a big cat. I didn't do that.
Well, she's your cat.
Like a small horse. Yeah, you say that, but no, she found food somewhere else. Like she was eating like a hotel of rodents or something. I don't know, man.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
something was going on.
Marvel 80th anniversary. I'm just going to see if I can find images of these. I'll find them for the tasting notes. But they did these 9-card. In fact, Pankit did some images of them.
Oh
a
yeah,
while
he
back.
did.
Remember in the
Nice
group.
images too.
Yeah,
he did
really
great.
nice images. He kind of put them together in a little 9. But basically, they did a really nice, and hats off for doing the 9-card page thing, Upper Deck.
Yes,
But it had a really good puzzle panel that was designed to fit a 9-card page. So hats off to you.
yeah, seriously,
that,
he killed
please.
it.
And then the lenticulars, obviously, I think there were, I want to say 16 or 18 of those actually, which are good. Again, divides by 9, and 6 of those were SP, which were an absolute arse to get. But yeah, got those. So happy with that. Thank you very much. So yeah, can't knock it. There was Black Cat action. So
Yeah, you lucky. There was Black Cat action.
I'm happy with that. The one thing that I didn't get with Marvel ATF is that they did the tiers of sketch cards. So you had golden age
the
characters,
bronze.
silver age characters, bronze age characters, and so there were sketch cards done on stock for Black Cat where it was printed on the sketch card stock. I still don't have any of those.
Really?
I didn't see any of that. I just want one, and there is one available at the moment on ComC from one of the big EPAC players, but I'm not going to get it just for the sake of having it. It's not quite.
No, wait, man. That stuff will pop up. They pop up.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone just must have done someone did a sketch set, so that's why they're just having a hard time popping up.
But I didn't actually see that many of them.
No, they're nice. They were pretty rare.
6 to 8 of them, individual ones. So, maybe someday.
I got a good Colossus actually that I ended up selling.
And a card.
I got a good Colossus. I forgot the artist now, but God, was that this year? Jesus,
Yes.
that feels like it was a lifetime ago.
I know.
Holy crap!
I know. It was January.
God.
It was the first big release of the year.
It took forever.
So then Marvel Weekly, of course, started,
Yes.
and I sat this dance out after last year, and judging
It's
by
a
the
long
feedback-
dance, man.
It is a long dance, and judging by the feedback I saw from people, it remains as stressful as ever.
Of course it is.
So
How could it not be? It's completely random. It lasts for what, 37 weeks?
36.
Jesus.
I mean, literally, you could just date a baby in the time it takes you to finish the Marvel Weekly set. You could create a life.
I thought you said digest.
Well, you know.
Tomato. Oh, God, that's so disturbing. I thought you said digest.
We're back to the Sarlacc pit now from Return of the Jedi.
God. Yes.
You will find the definition of pain and suffering as you are slowly digested over 1,000 years. And I know this is the annoying thing, right? I've seen one episode of the new season of Mandalorian, but yet people can't help just thinking, oh, yeah, of course everyone's seen it. I'll just do some sketches. I'll just do this. I'll just put it on Twitter. It's like, dear artists and people who have access to consume that media straight away, just stop it. Just keep a lid on it. Not everyone's able to watch it straight away. It's really getting on my tits. I mean, it's bad enough last year when it was I hadn't started watching the series, and all of a sudden, fucking Baby Yoda starts popping up everywhere. I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the, which I imagine if you're watching it on day one of release is a really nice treat.
It was. It was nice.
The end of the episode.
Yeah.
Completely spoiled for me. And thousands and thousands and thousands of others. It does really.
I don't say anything. I keep my mouth shut. I don't say anything to you, even though I'm dying to talk about it.
No.
Sit quiet.
It's a really frustrating experience, Mandalorian. I enjoy watching the Mandalorian, but the fact that I can't watch it as instantly, and people might say, well, tough. You should get Disney Plus. Well, I can't with my provider because it's exclusive to another provider in the UK. And B, season 1, Disney Plus hadn't released in the UK until like 4 months after it.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember us talking about that.
So short of torrenting it, it wasn't doing it, which is what I did in the end. Anyway, so Marvel Weekly is still going as we record. It hasn't finished.
Oh, really?
No, it finishes like in 2 weeks or something. Yeah, I remember last year it finished on the 21st or 22nd of December, so it's a similar kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is when everyone's got their sketch and the value of all those cards just goes, I'm just going to buy a set off someone.
That's what you do.
In fact, Frank, I keep meaning to hit him up, but Frank Narnia, I can never pronounce his surname. Sorry, Frank. Said before it even started, he was going to collect a few parallel sets and he would hold one for me. I haven't had a conversation with him for over 6 months since he told me that. So for all I know, he might have not been able to get all the cards each week. That might not be happening. So who knows? But there was another young fella, my lad. There was a young fella, my lad, who reached out to me via EPAC, who's a listener, who's joined the group, who's also got a spare set that he will want to offload. So I will not have issues getting them.
No,
they look
that
nice.
will pop up in the group.
They look nice.
Pop up in the group. Yeah.
Nice little set.
I think it's pretty.
Yeah, a little bit repetition in terms of the characters from 2019. In terms of the 4-week cycles, a lot of them are the same characters.
Yeah, I think they're going to be. You know what I mean? I think there are going to be some overlap there always. I don't know. I'm waiting. Man, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, hopefully these characters get back into cards and we can see some variety.
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner than later.
I mean, I'm not a massive fan of the Fantastic Four per se, but Are you
trying to hurt me?
No.
It's okay if you are. I mean, I get that.
Let me finish.
Okay, fine. I'll calm down then. Go ahead.
Okay,
fine,
calm
sure.
down.
Whatever.
Mind your neck in.
Fine.
I'm looking forward to seeing them back in cards, just to mix it up a bit again.
Yeah,
and also just to freshen it up for the artists, because there's a whole. I mean, when we spoke to Simone Bianchi, he was. When we first spoke to him and did that live Q&A in group that's lost to the ages, he was jonesing to do Fantastic Four characters. I think he even actually did some prelims of characters, if I remember correctly, and of course, couldn't go anywhere. And he still does them as private commissions. I mean, his surfers are. I would say
best surfer.
I would actually say that for my money, of all the people I see doing surfer at the moment, his are the ones that would make me want to own a surfer piece. They are just phenomenal. I mean,
I know, I'm
they
surfered
leave
by
me
him.
speechless. And I think he does. There are a few characters that Simone does better than I think almost anyone. Wolverine's one of them.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanos. Whenever he does Thanos,
His Thanos is crazy. I like his Spider-Man a lot.
Yes,
like I don't.
Spider-Man.
I really love it. Yeah, his Doctor Doom is good too.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. His Fantastic Four character, including
it does him great.
Incredible, incredible.
He really does.
So
just phenomenal.
So yeah, hopefully that'll come back soon. Marvel Avengers and Captain Marvel, which of course saw its physical release and then its e-pack release, which we both went into.
Right. Yeah, we did.
Came out, and I think I haven't got any of the sets in hand physically, but I've been enjoying snapping it up, and obviously there's that 10-card black Avenge the Fallen, which was the movie posters, and then
which are really cool. That's a really good insert.
Yeah, and then the white card kind of Avengers
exquisite.
No, there's the white card. So there's two 10-card inserts. 10 cards again. 10 cards. Stop it, please. There's the white version. Kind of version, which I don't think they were movie posters. I think they were just kind of character portrait shots in there.
Yeah, so they were there. They were in the time traveling uniforms.
The timey one,
the white cards. Yeah, that's it.
Timey one.
Have you seen the cards in person? The base cards?
No, not yet. But
do you want me to spoil it for you? Because I saw one in person. I actually have one here that someone sent me.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall I do some hold music while you go and get it?
Yes.
Yes, he says, knowing what I'm going to subject the listeners to.
I'm pretty sure I know where it is.
He's gone away now, listeners. It's just you and me. Sit down. Pull up a chair. Pour yourself a Baileys. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I can't remember the next line. Pretty soon, Norrin will be back and take away this singing. But until then, have yourself a merry card Christmas.
Ooh, nice.
There we go.
I like that better.
There we go.
All right,
I was starting to sweat there because I forgot the words.
You did great, though. You did good. I was listening.
Oh, bless you. At least someone is.
It was informative.
Right. So while you're getting the end game card, so you've got a base card there, yeah?
Yeah.
Because they did the 3 tiers on the base card set, if I remember correctly.
I really hope I didn't give them
and then, of course, they had those exquisite cards, which were the achievements.
So, with the physical cards, yes, the exquisite, and then the autographs, which is the main hits for people. So, these cards are actually really nice in person. So, they're actually transparent around the edges.
Oh, you're kidding me. Wow.
I'm not kidding. And the texture's really nice.
Right. Okay. Hang on. What tier is that? Because I know they're different colors for different tiers. What card
I think
number
blue
is
like the least.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is stunning. Right. Okay. I might have to.
It's really nice.
Some money and get them. That's okay.
They're really nice.
What number?
Oh,
we'll put this on the page, folks.
73.
73. So it's tier 2. Nice.
Yeah. But what is really nice is, of course, the transparency.
That is lovely.
See that? Isn't that crazy?
I love the foiling. It's one thing I predict do really well.
No, this is killer. Like these cards.
That's nice.
That's why they have to do video renditions on ePack or get us to do them if we can. Because I really do think that people need to see these packs opened on their main page.
I could have gone online and watched the box break, but I've only got so many hours in the day. So
you know what though? Like you don't really get like having this professionally done.
Oh, Carol Danvers, hello.
They're really nice. And it's foil. I mean, these have premium written all over it.
Yeah.
And this is number...
Well, for the price point, you would expect
or
that.
11.
But yes.
Yeah, but and then these are foiled.
Oh, so that is the... Wow. Okay, so that's the Avengers Assemble, the white. So that appears as completely white on the screen. I didn't realize that was silver foiled at all.
And the Captain Marvel is pretty just plain Jane. No foiling.
That's fine. Listen, it's
got
a goose cat. I'm so tempted to rainbow that goose.
You should Rainbow the Goose.
Oh,
For the right price, that would be the way to Rainbow the Goose.
are there any more you're going to show me? Are you going to show me any
I
more?
think I have.
Have you got one of the black ones? One of the Avenged the Fallen?
No. Damn it.
Oh,
They didn't send me that.
Right.
I do have another Goose. Actually, I'm just going to give you
Oh,
these two
Supreme
Gooses.
Intelligence.
You know what?
Supreme Intelligence. That's lovely.
Yeah, I'm going to give you both Goose.
Oh. Bless
Why
you,
did I
darling.
not think
Thank
to
you.
give you the Goose?
Give me give me the goose.
The Goose.
Lots of signers, obviously, and lots of people going in hard for those. I mean, there were, wow, that's lovely.
Brian.
Yeah, those Avengers.
These are nice.
These are really nice. Yeah, lots of people went in hard for those. We did a very in-depth episode with Brian Bode that you can go back and listen to. Where we talked about it in depth. So I won't struggle to remember all the details of it because it went in one ear out the other. Because I'm senior now. The Punisher season 1, I can't really talk about because I didn't go through it at all. I haven't watched the series. I haven't purchased any of those cards or really gone for them on e-pack. But I think if you're into the series, I think people went for them. I think it had a decent list of signers, some quite good, including
the sketches were really nice, and then they banned Punisher. So it's kind of a big deal.
Well, they were done. They were done
symbol.
before. So I think that's the thing. I think that's the timing of it. I think that set came out.
Yeah.
Or it couldn't come out. So, but John Burnford signed again on multiple cards, which was good. And like I said, if I'd watched the series and knew the characters, I might have gone through it a bit more, but I haven't as yet. So, but yeah, I think it was, by all accounts, I think it was a decent quality set. If you're into it, on the same vein as Defenders, which I haven't purchased, or Daredevil, which I have actually gone and got most of. So, oh man, I've got to go and get those Avengers Captain Marvel shipped. Maybe I'll get those before I'm 50. Who knows?
That's nice. Why not?
Yeah, maybe I was going to pony it. The thing is, I worked it out, and that's the thing. Just getting them to an address in the US is part of the battle for me because I've got to pay the 25 cents a card. So in many ways, it's actually cheaper for me to acquire some of those chase sets from a UK seller, even though I already own the money packs. Does that make sense?
No, 100%. But use them as trade fodder.
Yeah, no, I can do. So it's just frustrating. Really frustrating. Which is why I've spent the last 3 months just trying to acquire cards physically.
Yeah,
and having so much stuff sent to me and doing so much physical trading. And I will show you some of the goodies I've got in a moment. Not yet. Marvel Cyber, as we know, was due to be their San Diego Comic-Con physical release. It stayed in the game, and they decided to release it on e-pack. Obviously, with Comic-Con being San Diego Comic-Con at home, it came out around the same time. And listen, I dig the concept. Hats off for trying something new.
I do dig the concept.
I like them for trying something new. And I've got a pack, and I'll eventually get those shipped as well. So I'll see them. I'll see them in a couple of years, but hats off to them. I know you opened a pack, kind of did it as a live thing on our
to show everybody or whatever. I thought it'd be nice.
And I know it wasn't your cup of tea, but
I was just a little upset. I was just a little upset with the quality of the set there. There was there's something really off about it. There were things in there that I think could have had a little more time on there. The concept, the delivery, all that stuff is great, but I think there are some things that
I'm sure
could be really fun in the future.
When you get it physically in hand, I'm sure it will actually be a really, in the way that Avengers Endgame one was a really good, physically, I've no doubt that it'll be a top quality card.
There are these surprises, man, that happen with these cards, but I definitely think that's some kind of video version, something there to show the product that you're buying to keep the excitement there. You know what I mean? Because especially with how long it takes for it to be shipped to you, you shouldn't have to you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do really like it. I do appreciate them doing so much with it and giving us product to open and having giving the collectors reasons to go to EPAC to buy things. You know what I mean? I love the announcements. I think it's really fun.
Yeah.
I did have a good time opening it for sure.
Oh, yeah. That was our third and final EPAC exclusive. Obviously, we had other sets that dropped on EPAC in 2020, such as Spider-Man and I think Marvel Premiere dropped at the beginning of the year, if I remember correctly, which came out in 2019. So, there are other products that came out on EPAC, so it's not just this. And then we get into the kind of the latter half of the year, because it all kind of seemed to come at once. Masterpieces 2020. I don't think I can really add anything to what we said a couple of episodes back on our review, apart from
crazy.
Yeah, beast of a set. I'm still chipping away at it.
I really love that everybody's posting like their art and the prelim stuff. That's been really nice. Really nice. Because before this, it's been kind of on the DL. Like we had a little bit of Bianchi, you know what I mean? Pieces show up and people share them and stuff. But it's been nice how open the group has been and how people have been framing them and getting them in. And just, I think a different crowd of people kind of ushered in a little more confidence in sharing and stuff like that. So that's been really cool to see that.
It's interesting. Masterpieces was one of the sets that people did. The few people that commented did actually comment between Masterpieces and anime. Actually, interestingly, Masterpieces 2020 for me. I personally don't collect any other type of trading card, and I have zero interest in any other kind of set. So for me, it's Marvel Masterpieces or nothing. So that fella had a really good 2020. A Masterpieces set dropped. Another young man has commented, definitely Masterpieces 2020 as his highlight of the year, but specifically the sketches. Managed to grab some anime, waiting until my daughter grows up so we can crack it open. That's great. So he's bought some. Nice. He's holding it. He's holding it for like literally years. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah. Anime is a great set. I hope. I really hope that set comes up. Yeah,
we'll come on to anime in a moment because I've got some here to show you. More to show you. Obviously, Brian Bode, as we mentioned before. Good evening, Brian. Mentioned that it was Endgame Captain Marvel's the only set that interested him because he was, he's solely MCU focused, which is absolutely cool.
MCU autograph focused, yeah,
definitely. And another fine fellow. I really love the Masterpieces set and the new takes on the characters, but the experience has kind of soured it a bit for me with all the price gouging.
There was a definitely scalper thing going for 2020, unfortunately, and I don't see it getting any better in the future. But it's definitely going to have to be, and they do this in other groups, and eventually we'll have a discussion where maybe there's a way, with Ed Webb or whoever, where we can kind of get these, pre-order so early, where it's like, you know what I mean, where it's not as expensive, and the people who are in will have them. You know what I mean? That way we can kind of lock it down and give people the opportunity. Probably talk to Upper Deck or something. That'd be nice for people to experience,
I think so. I mean, listen, I honestly don't, well, the one thing we don't know is, how many orders they had and how many they could fulfill and how much.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the group specifically. Like, I have no idea what happened with the allocation and like how much it's going to be on ePack or what the exclusives are going to be. Or, I mean, with COVID and everything, you know what I mean? And kind of might be a blessing in disguise to be able to purchase this stuff without having to, be in places where, you can get sick or anything will happen there. So,
exactly. I mean,
hopefully it releases soon.
The one thing I do like about that is that you could buy it directly from the Upper Deck website.
Yeah, 100%.
So, which was, it's kind of where you would think to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Really, but then we segue quite nicely into anime, which we haven't talked about yet. So this will kind of be our anime review, I think, because I'm gagging to talk about it. So I'm going to. This young man sums it up. Anime was super fun. And someone else earlier on said...
I love the build-up. Well, this young man summed it up, and it was really fun.
He did. Being a big anime fan, I was stoked for those. I'm really glad I saw what they looked like first. I was super disappointed, to be honest. So he's hardcore anime, and he was disappointed, but everyone else pretty much dug it. I didn't expect to like anime. I remember when
I think a lot of people were taken by surprise.
Yeah, I didn't expect it because I've never really been an anime kind of aficionado, I guess, and Chibi has always turned me off in a big way. And then it came out, and I saw and I was lucky enough to get a couple of boxes, and it's gorgeous.
It's really pretty.
It's really nice. I mean, you've opened a box.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I love the foil. I thought it was really nice.
I mean,
I like a lot of it.
First of all, it's a lovely little box. It's a really sweet little box. It's just wonderful. So I've got that there with my wrappers in it. Look at that. Ooh.
I love that. My hope is that it becomes kind of like a Marvel Masterpiece line. You know what I mean? I think that's where it should go for sure.
I think that is probably where it will go. And if Peach stays involved as well, obviously that's the best news ever.
Well, she's like the Jusco for anime. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I think that'd be really cool to see. I think different artists too, and her coming back. You know,
yeah.
I think there's a cool little world of possibilities with Marvel anime.
So. I think what I it's just the base cards. Just look how beautiful that is, and with the
very pretty
and the design of it, and when you put them in a 9-card page, they look so good. They look good.
I think the real highlight of that set is the back of the card. As crazy as that is,
yes.
Like the front is gorgeous, and I love. Trust me. You and I are the same way with 92 Marvel Universe, right?
Yeah.
You show me a portrait and a full body on a card, and I am all about it. But for some reason, that design on the back just is so gratifying.
It really pops.
Both of them. I love them all.
And what I really like is the way the parallels kind of accentuate different elements of the card design.
Yes.
So they don't kind of force it. What I'm going to say one criticism now, and it might be my eyesight, so take this with a pinch of salt, Upper Deck, because I know you're listening. I found the card numbers quite difficult to read on the darker colours.
Yeah, the font,
specifically the font. It's really bad on.
It's very stylistic, so it's a little tough.
80, I think I'm reading here. Yeah, it's really tricky to read. So I just think that needs to maybe be possibly.
So what do you think about sketches falling 2 to 3 per case?
You know what? I'm kind of all right with it. Partly because I pulled one, but partly because I haven't actually seen a black cat pop up yet on the secondary market from this set. I'm sure that they will. But you know what? I'm kind of, I only go for sketches of cat. So for me, the sketch distribution in a product is kind of neither here nor there. I know for some people it is the race. It is the reason they get on the horse, and so those people were kind of waving their umbrellas around going, I don't like it. No, I don't like it.
I think for me, the reason I'm in and out about it, because I like the rarity of sketches. So having 2 to 3 per case is what's up. Like I love that. I love that a lot. But I also think there should be an offset of like, you can either get a sketch, you know what I mean? Or you can get this and that be the hit of the box. Because I think anime missed a beat by not having, and this is one of my criticisms, and I only have like 1 or 2 because I actually really like the product. But I do think there should have been a comparable hit or somewhat close to a hit for a box. I don't know. Like the hits, like the autographs weren't guaranteed a box, right? It was another case thing where it was like 2 to 3 autographs a case or something like that. Or is there an autograph a box?
You say that, but I think, I got 2 boxes, and in one I got a Peach Auto, and the other I got a sketch.
What? I might be wrong.
Yeah, no, I think the Peach Autos are quite numerous because she did 120 of each. It's 120 times 90. There's a lot of them out there.
You know what?
I think the ones that are more limited are the autographed mechanized ones.
Yes,
the
those are
autographed kaiju
extremely
ones.
limited.
And I pulled one of those as well, which I've subsequently traded because
Damn.
not
you got
because
good boxes, man.
yeah, I got two really nice boxes. I got Sketch, I got one Chibi. I didn't get a Hanafuda, and
Hanafuda,
really
man,
wanted,
that kills me.
Yeah, no, I just want one so I can make the call as to whether to go for them or not. And I know.
Well, do you have a
Black
Black Cat?
It wasn't in the Hanafuda set.
Oh, that's right, in the Hanafuda, right?
Yeah.
And Hanafuda's falling 2 to 3 per case.
Yeah. So that's the one I wanted. In the end, I got a mechanized auto, which I as I said, I traded out. The stacks don't do it for me at all. This set, they're just not.
I like stacks.
Yeah, I like them, but I think a lot of people are saying that they didn't line up that well. And even,
really? I haven't lined up any.
I've got a couple where I've got just 2 parts of the 3, and it's just not quite there. But I'm kind of a bit like, yeah. So the stacks didn't really sing for me. It's not my taste, really. Even though I dug them on Fleer Ultra X-Men, but the and obviously we know the Chibi, but the stuff I really like, I love the Idols insert set.
Well, funny enough, the Idols insert set were done by Tom Morgan.
Oh,
and he's posting on his Facebook that he's done them, and he's showing the original, the black and whites.
Oh, wow. No, he didn't do all of them. He did some of them, because this one.
He did some of them, not all of them. He did 12 or something. He did a few.
Yeah, I think there's only about 8. So he did well.
Whoops, I'm all wrong then. I'm blaming Tom on this one.
That's quite all right, Tom.
No, I'm not.
Buckle up.
Tom's amazing.
No, so hang on a sec. I'm scrolling down my checklist because I have one.
Ew.
Idols, there's 7 of them actually. X-Men, Avengers, X-Force, Defenders, Guardians, A-Force. A-Force? Who? A-Force. And Thunderbolts. And I've now got 4 of the 7, so I've still got a few to go. The Kaiju, I've got there's 8 of those. I've got 3 of those, so I need to work on those. Mechanized, there's 10 of those, and I've got 5 of them. So I'm kind of getting there. I haven't really been pushing that hard, to be fair. But yeah, it's interesting the ones that have got 7 and 8 in the set. I'm kind of hoping that rounds out to a 9 with EPAC achievements.
That would be nice.
Might do.
I'm really excited about the achievements for the anime. That's going to be pretty trippy.
Yeah,
I hope it's interesting.
I wouldn't put it past them for there to be. Well, I'm hoping the plates.
That would be crazy.
The plates would be good because I really, 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 really would love some plates from this set. But I'm wondering if there'll be another parallel because it's already quite parallel heavy in the physical release, but they're just gorgeous. I mean, so you've got the mosaic, the hyper mosaic, which are kind of that prism.
Love that
style, and they're nice. Don't get me wrong, they're lovely. But then you see what they call Japanese moon. Are they called? What are they called?
Oh yeah, baby.
Hyper mosaic of that one. What are they called? Japanese mega moon. There we go. Just look at the swirl on them. It's just stunning. They're beautiful. The ones where the text on the back is in Japanese.
Yep.
Apart from the card number.
I love that so much. I think it's great.
I think they're cool, but they're just lovely. They just completely sing to me. So those. This handful here of what I've got in my hand, all this, including about 20 of the Japanese Mega Moon, I got in trade for that that mech auto. And
damn, someone made out like a bandit.
So I'm happy with that, and he's happy with his. So we're happy, and I'm 1 card short of a second base set because I'd already bought a base set from someone, and then I got the 2.
What card are you missing?
Hang on. 18.
Also, did you get your rainbow for?
2 of them are in hand. 2 of them are with Jonathan Omega Man.
Okay, so you're not missing anything for.
No, the cat rainbow is the cat bow is done.
The cat bow
is done for this set.
And you're missing number 18.
I believe I'm missing number 18. I've yet to amalgamate, which is a good word.
Amalgamate.
Anywho. So Marvel Anime, Peach, if you listen, or if if you listen, home run. Absolutely loved it.
Seriously.
Absolutely loved it. And then finally, and again, I haven't got any of these physically in hand, but I do have one of the subsets complete and on its way to me. Marvel Annual 1920, as we touched upon on our Marvel Annual episode.
Yes, sir.
Has just come out. Now, I don't think a lot of people have broken this product yet, because simply by the volumes of it on eBay. I just don't think there's that much out there. Yeah, I think it's one of those products, because he had so much come out in a short space of time, and then this dropped around the election, and it's just crazy town. So I just think this product has kind of maybe had a softer landing so far. That said, what I've seen of it, is that card number 18?
Adam Warlock.
Is that spare?
That's yours.
Oh, you're beautiful, man. Put
it with your goose.
Gorgeous. Thank you, Easy. You're putting a warlock in my goose, dear.
You know it, love.
I do have some more Mega Moon and Hyper Mosaic on the way from Hong Kong. A seller there, and I got a lot for a pretty good price. I did ask them in my comment if they had a card 18, so you never know, they might have put one in the packet, or they might have just completely ignored it. You can add a message when you pay for something on PayPal or ePack on eBay. The number of times sellers actually read them, I find, is pretty minimal, but who knows? But Annual 1920, I don't have any in hand yet, but I know that there was no foiling on the base cards, and I think a few people have said that the centering on them is a bit off on some of them this year. However,
that's a shame.
I do have the 9-card Creator Corner. I have the full 9-card set.
Holy sh!
And they are on their way to me. I acquired them pretty quickly because I was like, that's going to be the insert I'm going to want.
That's a nice insert too. Yeah, man. I really like that.
It's top end Marvel creators who are creating stuff at the moment. It's Chip Zdarsky, it's Kelly Sue DeConnell. Connell, is that how you say her name? It's McNiven. Charles Soule is in there. Really top end people.
That's awesome.
And 9 of them, and I'm like, you know what? I'm having that. Thank you. So they're on the way, along with an empty box and some wrappers. So I've got that part of it sorted. But yeah, annual, will be big on e-packs, I'm sure, and will be big on Pack Wars again.
Oh yeah.
So I'll pick up the extra stuff I need off that. No sign of the hologram parallel yet for Black Cat, and they're limited to 20. So
I know that's going to be
that's what I mean. Not a massive amount of holograms have appeared on eBay, full stop, because I don't think that much product has been broken.
I don't think so either.
And I think a lot of people have speculated on box prices and put them up massively after release. They did it with Masterpieces, and it seemed to work for them, not for collectors. Anime seems to have been a hit, so good luck to them. I've seen some retailers and distributors try to do it with Annual, and I just don't think they're shifting.
No.
And you know what? It's good.
Good for them. Let them kind of stop all that product.
Yeah, kind of stop it. It's just making the hobby a little bit sour.
It is. It makes everybody sour because it puts everybody in a position where it's like, it's not
just all about
enjoy the thing.
The products are priced at a fair price on the retail price. That's a fair price. So anyway, enough about that, because I'll get going. You'll get me going.
I'm with
Annual. I can't really talk much about Annual because I haven't got much else to it. But generally speaking, I think it's been a decent year.
Yeah,
a fair mix of products. You're ready for the year to end, aren't you, dear? Yeah.
You always call me out. I always mute myself, and you always call me out. I yawn. I'm a person who yawns.
It's because I can see what you had for lunch yesterday when you yawn. That's why, because you've got such a high definition camera. for me, product of the year. I'm going to say product of the year for me. It's a close one. It's going to have to be anime. I'm sorry, Dave.
Ooh,
I'm sorry,
damn.
Dave. I just.
What?
No, I just found anime to be it was so much more fun for me to.
Anime was a lot of fun. Anime was a lot of fun.
Maybe it's the appeal of the new. It was just because
the format, the style
was a the art. You can't fault the art.
It's becoming a slug. It's becoming a
But it's it is obviously the same structure. Third go around on masterpieces, and
there are nice tiers in anime.
But anime has just it's just been the absolute joy of opening the packs.
Yes,
and seeing other people open the packs.
Yeah. It was really fun.
I saw that
really
first
enjoyed
marathon
anime
break that Ali from Titan Cards did, where she was
what a trip!
And I was like,
what a trip!
These cards are just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get me some of that.
No, they're nice.
But I agree. It's a very close tie with it's a very close thing with masterpieces, and I don't have them in hand, but I've probably got to put Marvel 80th in there as well, just simply because I think I just dug the concept. I know a lot of people didn't dig the Marvel 80th set at all.
I liked it. I don't do sets usually, but I got to be honest, man. 80th was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun with you doing the retro cards and getting the inserts. And
oh my goodness, they were tough as well.
Yeah, I got a few comic cuts I really, really liked. I ended up trading them with Matt Fuller. Who is basically doing
New Mutants,
like the New Mutants. Yeah. So I ended up, I showed him what I had a long time ago, and I knew he liked it. So I just, I always try to keep it in the back of my head if someone likes something that I'm not going to keep forever. Yeah. And I never know what I'm going to keep forever or not. You know what I mean? The Surfer I always know, Spot I always know, Mandalorian. But sometimes I do these little side quest things, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to keep that.
Just to be doing something.
Just to be collecting, because it's hard to when you have a band character, it's tough to participate in all the fun. So you have to make your own little, roads.
We are going to do a kind of a preview of 21 and what's coming up. And that will be in January. It will not be our first episode back. It is not yet recorded.
Yep.
We'll have a guest.
It's in the making. What?
Say what?
Say what?
And on that note, can I just say thank you to the folk at Upper Deck for kind of merging into our lane this year. It's the fairest
100%.
Thank you to Jason. I know you listen. I know that you dig what we're about, and I hope you find the criticism constructive. It's meant to be, because we dig your product, we dig what you're doing, and I want to say thank you to Jen Wu from Upper Deck for coming on the show. I want to say thank you to Bobby from Upper Deck.
Bobby,
surname I can't remember as I say this. What was his surname? I'm sorry, Bobby, I can't remember your surname.
He's Bubby to me. I don't. He's like Madonna. It's just one word.
Hashtag Bubby.
Hashtag Bubby.
Hashtag Bubby.
He was great. All of them. Jason, everybody was super sweet, man. So everyone's been great.
So I'm confident there'll be more of that in 21. They've kind of been a little busy.
No kidding. They're putting out tons of product.
So we will have more Upper Deck action for you folk. What would make your Christmas golden, Norrin? If you had a magic wand for 21, what would make your Christmas golden? That's a really mixed thing, because one's a New Year's resolution.
Joy and peace to all.
Joy and peace to all. Well, vaccines aside.
Okay.
I think it's fairly safe to say that in 2021, we'll all feel a bit of a prick.
I love it. That was good. Yeah, that was good. I'm with you. That was a good one. I like it. That's a good one. That's a good way to get 2020 off the map.
But on the card side.
On the card side, what would make me happy? I actually got something that I'm going to share with you now on camera.
I've got something to share with you in a moment as well.
Really? Okay, so I don't have it here, but I hope, but, it's very cool. So
send me a photo of it. rather than me having to do the host thing. Which
I could send you a photo of it.
yeah,
for
send
sure.
me a photo. Yeah. Messenger me, baby.
I'll message you, baby. But yeah, so okay. Rittenhouse. They did a few cards that had just a few, but towards the end they did these kind of bigger rainbows that kind of took place. I actually don't know the names because it's like Marvel Universe, but like they were different variations. There was also something called Marvel 75th Anniversary. Now, Marvel 75th Anniversary is actually a set I really like. Some of the base cards I'm not a huge fan of because of like particular design they did with the banner, because the banner's cut up, but it looks like the card's damaged when it's not. Anyway, so I've been on the search for the diamond, the 10.
Oh, yeah.
For a long time. So they had Ruby, and Ruby was a 50 and an archive box exclusive, I believe.
That's right.
And then there was the sapphire, the gold, and then there was the green, I think.
Really? You sure there were that many colors? I didn't realize Rittenhouse had that many colors in their rainbow.
Like it was a freaking long list of colors, if I can be honest.
I know I've just landed the Dangerous Divas Ruby number to 50 Black Cat.
Oh, yeah. You did, sir.
Which is in my new, in what I'm about to show you.
So there is a base, a blue, which is the parallel, a green, which is out of 100, and then a red, which is the 50. And then you had the 75th, which was numbered to 75. So you had the 75th anniversary gold border.
Yeah.
Which I think these cards are gorgeous. Yeah. They're beautiful. Beautiful. And I just sent you the picture on Messenger. Sorry that I have the price there. That's just the shot I took from like my price records.
Okay.
By the way, screenshot what you're paying for your cards so you can have like a little price guide for the cards.
Hey, so you finally got the diamond. What number is it?
I got the diamond number 2, so it's 5 out of 10.
Oh, that's okay. You know, when it's nice if you can get the alpha and omega, but it's not the essential. Just get.
I have the alpha for another one. So this is what it looks like. So I'm going to make a post on this on my Instagram, but I want to show Ian this so you can hear his oohs and ahs. So you ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Is that all the same art?
Nope. It's different art. But basically, now that I got this card, I'm only missing the Flair Retro Green PMG.
Oh, yes.
And that's it. Other than a 1 of 1 and an autograph from MM16 and a plate from Beginnings, that's it.
And that's you done on
Surfer.
Someone tagged you, by the way, overnight in a post on the group and said,
"Yeah, was that Brian messing with me?"
No. There was genuinely a post overnight. Someone posted, and let me have a look. I can't find it now. Anyway, it's on MCCW somewhere.
Funny story. Brian's been messing with
B. Jiong posted, and someone tagged you in the comments. So you have been tagged.
I've been tagged.
Oh, yes. You've replied. I do. Thanks for looking out, my friend.
Yeah, there you go.
Seen this. There we go.
Yeah, it's the Target gift card.
Oh, is it? Is that what it is?
Yeah. So here's a funny story before we start wrapping up. Brian Rust is a horrible person. No, he's great. I'm just kidding. He actually, when he found out I had a lot of surfer cards, he took upon himself as if it was a call to action. He decided to go find a card that I didn't have in my collection. And after sending me a few pictures here and there, he finally found one that I overlooked.
Oh.
I'm still not hearing the end of this. He traded it to me. Obviously, it wasn't holding over my head. It was mostly for fun. But he had such a thrill finding a card that I didn't have that I feel like I'm going to make a post soon and just say, you know what? I'm gonna give tons of cards to you if you find a surfer I don't have, because he has gotten his jollies off giving me hell about not having this card for the last 3 weeks.
So he's a hobby bloodhound.
You get it. You get it. Yep. So I've been having fun with that. Nah, he's been great, but it's been pretty fun, pretty trippy. But yeah, so that's it. So the diamond's there. In terms of my wish list for what I could hope for 2021 is the green Fleer PMG, Fleer Retro Green PMG Surfer, which I don't want to pay for, but happy to get it.
Nice.
You, Sarah?
Love it. I'm not sure I have an answer really. I'm just carrying on.
You put all this pressure on me to find you an answer.
No, I'm carrying on finding. I'm kind of gradually upgrading my storage on things. So that's what I'm enjoying and fleshing out things. So, for example, this week I acquired the X-Men Archive set, care of Mr. Matt Fuller, who bought a case and opened it. And each box contains a sketch. So he'd opened it till he hit the sketch and then stopped. So he had loads of boxes with unopened packs in. So he sent me 4 boxes with sealed packs in. And I just had blast ripping them. I had a blast ripping them. I've put together one base set and most of the chase. And I've probably got about another at least 3 base sets, of which I'm probably going to do a giveaway in the group. So yeah. And it's a great set. I love it. One of the early Rittenhouse ones, 2008, I want to say.
Those archive sets are my favorite.
2009. There we go. It came out just before Spidey Archives, I believe. So yeah, love it. And I've also got Marvel Heroes and Villains arrived this week, the base set.
Damn, dude.
Bestseller. It had an elastic band around it. We won't talk about that anymore.
Oh, come on.
Yes, it didn't damage anything because it wasn't that tight. But you'd never put elastic bands around cards. Anyone listening, don't
do that.
Bands in the same building as a card.
That's a good one. Good rule. Yeah. I like that rule.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
So there's that. And but no, I've just been focusing on my storage, and that's what I intend to carry on doing for 21, and just kind of consolidating a little bit here and there, and just making sure that the cards are in good binders and that they're neat, and that way I can keep track of things a lot more. But mainly,
that's what I do when I don't want to spend money. I just organize.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's unfortunately it does involve some spending. Apart from this.
What?
Okay, so this is the kind of attaché case you see handcuffed to someone's wrist at an airport in Hollywood movies.
God, I love
this.
cases.
Ready? Oh, it's got a combination lock. When I opened it, it's going to be that glow like out of Pulp Fiction.
Or like in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
So
what's
this, my Black Cat PC.
Someone looking at my Pelican case and was like,
no, this was an absolute fluke. Turns out this has been sat behind me in the office for about 2 years and I didn't even know it was there. So the guy who sits next to me, who's just about to leave our agency, when we were allowed back into the agency this week after another lockdown, I went in there. And I know you've seen pictures. I've shared pictures of this on a couple of chat feeds, but you didn't pick up on it, so you probably saw it and said, "What was that? What was that?" Anyway, I wanted to wait until we were here together because it's actually quite heavy. So what it is, it's a metal case that's designed for DJs to store CDs.
Oh,
okay. So when you open
like
it
vinyls and stuff, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but for CDs.
For CDs,
it's actually got really sturdy rings. I mean, look at that. They are ridiculously sturdy. They ain't going anywhere, right? So when I open it up,
I am so mad.
I'm going to move my camera down so you can see this without me having to hold it up.
Bastard. Right, so I can't believe it has rings.
It's absolutely stunning. And the beauty of it is he's got another one.
So come on.
Because I need two. So what it had in it were loads of these.
I love that.
Which and you put CDs in them.
Right.
Okay,
CD
so kind of CD sleeves, yeah. So I had a load of those in there. And I was looking at it, I was thinking, oh, that's nice. And basically he I think there were 2 of them in the office at some point, and they used to be chucked out. And someone must have, it's a marketing agency, so we get sent stuff all the time. He grabbed both of them, and it had been sat behind his desk for 2 years, and he's leaving the agency. So he decided, you know what? I don't need this. So he was like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, as soon as I opened it, I was like, "Yeah, I'll have that." So it's got a really nice strap that holds everything in like that, and it's quite soft. And then, so I've got, so he's got another one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to split this part here, which is quite a thick load of pages. That's going to go into the second one. So I'm going to have all my Black Cat non-sketch cards in one, which is going to be my base and my chase. And let me just hold this up here. And even if I do this, it doesn't sag because the binder rings are so strong.
Because you have 4, not 3.
4,
so it keeps them steady.
And they are the snap they make when they open. Seriously, I caught my finger in it and I broke skin.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they're strong. So that's my flare page.
Oh, God, that looks good.
Got my various.
The sketchboard. Nice.
Yeah. My Dangerous Divas. I've still got a couple of gaps there. Then I've got gaming cards there. And the gaming cards are the buffer before shit gets real.
There are so many gaming cards.
On the collection with the plates. So this is my Marvel Beginnings. That's my Marvel Retro. I've got
your rainbow
there. And then I've got my Vibranium Rainbow there. 3 of the 4 plates, plus 6 variants. So it's just, and it just goes on. I've got my Marvel Gems with the plates there. I've got.
Here, push your pages down so they don't lay on the rings.
No, it's absolutely fine. No, it's absolutely fine. Trust me, it's not doing anything bad at all. The rings are so thick. And these pages aren't holding that much weight, so it doesn't actually.
You got great plates, man.
There's my Marvel Annual page with my Marvel Dossier. Then I've got my. People are digging this. It's great audio. Anyway, there's my 96, my 2016 attempt at a rainbow, which didn't go very far. There's my Marvel Premiere Rainbow from 17 rather. Then there's my Black Cat.
Hell yeah, Flair Ultra Spider-Man, baby. I forgot you had the red. You had the magenta. Dirty dog.
I got 2 of the plates. Doesn't actually say what colours they are on there. Anyway, then I've got my royal foils from Spider-Man. Then I've got my PNG page.
You know what, man? Those royal foils are a lot nicer than they. Oh my god! So your comic. So Ian has these comic cuts of Black Cat that are just.
I can't.
The best I've seen.
It's too big.
That's what she said.
Hey,
that looks good.
A few more films.
Looks really great though.
And we're getting to and then there's my Marvel Annual Rainbow, including all 4 plates.
I'm so mad Black Cat is not
then
like
there's
an old.
My Masterpieces 2020, and then.
You killed it on 2020.
This is what those CD pages are good for.
Oh, your AP,
the Rittenhouse,
uncut,
oversized, in their little top loaders that are designed for those.
Oh shit!
Fit perfectly in those. Oh shit! It's so
Ian almost lost it.
And then I've got a few other things in there that are just awkward to store. Then I've got a few of the APs, but I don't have the plastic. I need more of those plastic wallets. And then there's all my sketches.
Jesus, you have a lot of sketches.
Yeah, so there we go. So that is that. I need to put it down because my arm is about to break. But what I'm saying is,
crap.
I have this in the event of fire under one arm, and I'll say to my wife, "You grab my kid. I'll grab my Black Cats." There we go. Right. There you go. That is. That's it.
That's very cool.
Just a floor, and they are called, for those who want to know, Leitz, Leitz. But I believe they've been discontinued. I did find one on eBay that wasn't. This is brand new, by the way. Everything was immaculate inside, and it's got like a padded cloth inner, so it's really super protected.
Damn.
So yeah, so I'm gonna get another one, which is in the office, also brand new, and I'm gonna be storing the rest of my cats in there. So there we go.
I love it.
My wish for 2020 is to get more cards to put in that.
That's a good wish. That is a good wish. Holy
That's not bad, is it? Eh?
That's
I knew
amazing.
you'd
Holy
dig
crap.
that. I've been holding that to show to you. And
Jesus Christ, I love it.
Yeah,
I'm like drooling. I'm like, my mouth
I'll do
is
some
like,
photos
I'm
for the
salivating.
for the tasting notes on that. I might even do a flyby video.
crap.
Who knows? So yeah, I knew you dig that. So yeah, I was looking at archive boxes, which I might still get. Archive binder boxes, I might still get those for my Black Cat 2016, 2018, and 2020 sets, but they cost the best part of $50 each. But that is the kind of size of those sets, because binders just don't work for me on those big sets.
Yeah, they're tough.
They need to be boxed. They're tough. Like a binder box, which is a similar thing to that, just without it being the case.
I agree.
So yeah,
because I have no, I'm with you. Because I have 16 and 18, 1 through 81, but they're in a box. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if I had anything else to say at this point. There was. I just kind of want to say, no, my wish for 2021 really would be, if you listen to us and you like us, please leave us a review on iTunes. Leave us a star review on the Facebook page. That kind of stuff really does help. And if you dug the Boris and Julie interview, if you dug hearing from Ken Barrow from Skybox, if you loved Peter Scanlon, if you loved the episodes where it was just you and me, if you loved hearing from any of the collectors, if you loved hearing about grading cards from Amanda Z, who there is going to be a part 2 of that, by the way, because we've had requests.
Yeah, she's
great. It's one of our highest rated
really
episodes.
Fun. She's awesome, man. It's going to be fun, dude. I want to do it.
No, because people want to hear about it. It's like, it's the kind
Simone
of
Bianchi we had.
Bianchi.
Who was just the best. The best. Gloria, who was on as well.
Marcy Dye.
Dave Munshaw.
Dave Palumbo's coming back.
Yeah, that's right.
Which we just need to... EM Gist.
Gist was cool.
Oh,
this was a lot of fun.
Lovely man. Julian Boris. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's come on and everyone who's done an intro.
Thank you.
Be you a creator or a collector or somewhere or manufacturer.
Spending the time to do it.
It's been an absolute hoot. And obviously,
so much fun.
We've got a list for at least the first quarter of 2021. Which will keep us very nice and busy.
Very nice and busy. Keeping good content coming to good people.
So, Noreen, happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas, Ian.
Happy Christmas. It'll be very, very indoorsy this year. No traveling.
No traveling. Just hanging out, chilling out, opening gifts. We'll probably be talking again.
We will. But the tree is up.
Yep.
The cat has yet to body slam it, but it's only been 24 hours.
I was going to ask. I was wondering. Yeah, because my cat's planning her attack in the sun right now. So.
Yeah. So, but yeah, stay safe, everybody. And we will speak to you next year.
Enjoy collecting, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast. Visuals and tasting notes for each episode can be found on our Facebook page. You can subscribe and leave us a voicemail via our home on anchor.fm/MCCP. We're also on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms. Please take a second to subscribe, like, and review our show wherever you get your podcasts. Our podcast can be found by Googling at the MCC Pod, which will also find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Our Facebook community is at MCCW, Marvel Card Collectors Worldwide, and MMC, Marvel Masterpieces Collectors. The great music we use is called Rocket Power by Kevin MacLeod. Thanks to the collectors, artists, and creators who support the Marvel Cards Fan Collective. We'll see you next time, and remember, it's a small hobby but a fun one. Make mine Marvel and enjoy collecting.
Merry New Year!
Happy New Year. In this country, we say Happy New Year.
Ha!